At Gooru, we have built a GPS for learning. It starts with a premise that you can't help a learner get to their destination if you don't know precisely where they are, where they want to go, and all the possible routes they can take to get there. We have recognized that the whole learning ecosystem can benefit from such GPS-like tools. And so, we have built a number of Navigator tools, each using a new science-backed approach called navigated learning. In this video, let's look at these tools in more detail. Navigator for Learners. Gooru Navigator for Learners accurately locates the learner across many dimensions, including knowledge in various subjects, their mindset, and citizenship. It empowers learners or their institutions to designate learning destinations, and then guide the learner on a personal path, using the most optimal learning resources and tools from various interoperable providers like Khan Academy, Learning Upgrade, Math by Example, and so many more. This includes digital content and tools, offline tasks like essays and proofs, or group activities like projects and presentations. Navigator will reroute learners based on their performance to ensure that they get to their learning destination. To get started with Navigator for Learners, learners can download the Gooru Navigator app or access the web app on gooru.org. They then select their learning destination, like 7th grade math or 6th grade science. To start learning quickly, we offer them a default starting location. We call this location the skyline. It's this white line here. Each column represents a domain within the selected destination, with each block representing a competency within that domain. With Math Grade 8 as the destination, these columns would represent domains like counting and cardinality, algebraic thinking, or operations. The skyline represents the highest competency the learner knows in each of these domains. This gives us a detailed starting location, which will dynamically change and become more precise as they learn. This green line is the high line. It represents the highest concept in their selected destination. The concepts in gray between the skyline and this high line represent all the concepts they need to learn to get to their learning destination. Learners can always choose to update their skyline by answering a few questions or letting Gooru Navigator know the level they are at. And now that we have their location and destination, we can give them personal GPS-like directions to their learning goal. On this map, they can explore their learning journey. They can zoom into their route to see the domains, topics, and individual competencies they will be learning. And just like GPS maps, they can explore the world around them, even those points not on their path. Each step of their way, they study a variety of open resources that include video, project-based content, or interactive simulations. At any point in time, they can check where they are on their journey, review what they have completed, and see what's coming up next. They then answer playlists of questions to evaluate their understanding of the concepts being taught. That can include machine-graded questions and free response questions that are rubric graded for offline tasks and projects. And based on their performance, we will guide them to the next step in their learning journey, offering them a reroute suggestion if we notice they are struggling. A reroute provides them an alternative path to follow, covering concepts that will help them progress in their learning journey. As they learn, we will track their mastery and show detailed information on their progress. This is Navigator for Learners, a comprehensive GPS for learning. Now, let's look at Navigator for Instructors. Gooru Navigator for Instructors provides real-time data to the instructors about their learners, with tools and recommendations to support them in their classroom practices. On this performance overview page, instructors get a quick overview of their cohorts and see where each learner is in their learning journey, the progress they have made, and their overall performance. Here, instructors can see a snapshot of the competencies the learners are struggling with and get powerful recommendations of curated learning materials that would help instructors provide personalized interventions to struggling students. On the Student Locator page, instructors can view each learner's skyline and their progress, and drill down to view the learner's portfolio in each competency. In the Class Progress Report, instructors can access detailed performance data by day, week, month, or custom time periods, and view detailed data on competencies gained, lessons studied, assessments taken, and the time spent on these activities. Here too, instructors can drill down to gain detailed reports. In the Domain Competency Report, instructors can access detailed competency-related data and drill down to see how their learners are doing in each topic and competency. On the Learning Journey page, instructors can see the full course, broken down by milestones and lessons for each competency. They can look at the different learners who are studying these lessons and get aggregated performance data for each milestone, lesson, collection, or assessment. Here, they can also view each learner's personalized learning journey and inspect their progress and performance in each milestone and lesson. Instructors can grade offline tasks, projects, proof, and essays using rubrics, while multiple choice and other questions are machine graded by Navigator. And based on their performance, we help instructors make suggestions to those individuals or cohorts of learners. On the class activities page, instructors have highly curated content from various providers, like assessments, collections of learning material, or offline activities. They can search for content based on their curriculum, scope, and sequence, and find really great content they want to teach. Here, they can plan their activities ahead of time and assign them to different cohorts of learners. Instructors can even conduct live assessments and learn in real time how well their learners have understood the concepts. And, if they require it, provide online instruction by enabling video conference on Google Meet or Zoom. To conclude, Navigator for Instructors is a powerful tool that provides real-time data about learners and recommendations to support in-classroom practices. Now, let's look at Navigator Mission Control. Mission Control is a tool for educational leaders, which shows them detailed real-time data so they can make informed decisions, monitor progress, and track the real-time impact they are making. Here, educational leaders with appropriate permissions can explore relevant learning data they have access to, for example, the schools and cohorts they lead. In this example, we will explore some data as a superuser and look at the United States region. We can see that there were 29,103 competencies gained within the US in the month of February. We can review relevant aggregated data and even review which learning challenges are most prevalent across the segment of learners we are viewing. We can get more detailed analytics about progress, performance, time spent, and other metrics. We can drill down to see the data for a particular state, school district, school, or even class where individual data can be reviewed. Education leaders with the proper permissions can even look up individual learners. Here, they can review the learner's data based on their knowledge, mindset, citizenship, behavior, and context, and drill down into the data to review their proficiency across facets like math, science, or soft skills. Then, drill further into domains, topics, and to the individual competency level, where they can review individual activities and portfolio data. This is Mission Control, a comprehensive tool for educational leaders. Now, let's look at the rest of the tools that support the learner and the ecosystem. Navigator for Guardians is an app that parents and guardians can use to play a greater role in their children's learning. Once parents or guardians have downloaded the app and link their children's accounts, they will get visibility of their learning in real time. Here, they can see the different courses and classes their children are enrolled in, the assignments that have been completed or those that are due. They can view their children's proficiency profile in the different facets, see their learning journeys, how they have performed, and the progress they have made. They are empowered to better support their children with the Navigator for Guardians app. Navigator for Administrators is where administrators of schools and learning providers set up a white-label tenancy for their institution and onboard their cohorts. It's here that they configure Gooru Navigator to their curriculum standards, their local norms, and practices. With Gooru Navigator for Researchers, researchers develop new tools, learning activities for classroom practices, independent learning, or curriculum, and validate them with a cohort of learners. Here, they establish evidence of efficacy and then reach the millions of learners and instructors on Gooru Navigator, sharing back their findings to the research community. It is here where data researchers study the activity data stream generated from user interactions to compute efficacy in learning activities, infer dependencies between concept mastery, and relate student mindsets such as perseverance to proficiency in knowledge. Navigator for Content Developers, which we call Navigator Library, is where competency frameworks are developed and where educational material like curriculum, textbooks, YouTube videos, or online courses are mapped to those competencies. And Navigator for Developers is where we have established the open source technology foundation where Gooru Navigator is developed. Open source developers contribute to Gooru Navigator's evolution. Curriculum and tool providers incorporate their interoperable services for use in Gooru Navigator, and tech partners use open APIs to integrate Navigator's open content and capabilities into their applications. All of these free and open tools come together to produce real-world impact from pre-K to professional development. Low-income and minority students are filling significant gaps in their learning. Teachers in rural India are improving their productivity by more than 20% while doubling their students' rate of learning. Sewing machine operators are upskilling themselves and improving their livelihoods. And engineers in a Silicon Valley company are advancing their team's knowledge on cybersecurity, web development, and other areas. But this is just the beginning. While we have these powerful GPS-like tools, and our current map already covers most of K-12 math and science, we have a big mission to create a free and open GPS for all learning, a GPS that will be able to empower all learners to learn anything they want to. To support this audacious mission, we have built open community tools that can empower anyone to contribute, be it content, pedagogical expertise, curriculum, research, technology, or simply their usage, which will inform the science of learning we are conducting. Everyone can be a part of this and join our growing group of collaborators, from content providers to funders to learning providers and technology partners. Learn more at Gooru.org.